So metrics are, in some cases, very helpful, but in often cases we find that they drive behavior. So, and drive behavior in a way that we didn't anticipate and actually aren't looking for. So it's really important that we take a good look at what that metric actually means. If you set a goal for a group of people to, let's say we're talking about learning teams, and you say, thou shalt do 30 learning teams in a year. You will get 30 learning teams in a year, maybe 31. And the only thing that metric has told you is that people are really good at agreeing to what somebody above them told them they should do, right? So it doesn't tell you anything about the quality of the learning team, doesn't tell you whether people are finding them useful, doesn't tell you anything about the outcome of that. So we sometimes get stuck around the idea of, well, how do we then qualitatively understand these things? And what I'd suggest is you actually don't have to do too much in terms of getting very fancy about metrics. You just have to think about metrics in a different way. So rather than using metrics to drive behavior, we want to think about how do we measure the behavior change that's actually happening, because we're doing a lot of things to influence the belief systems and assumptions within an organization. So what are those new beliefs? What would that lead people to do? So Edgar Schein would talk about that in his model. So what would that lead people to do naturally? And then whatever that would lead people to do naturally, let's measure that, right? So let's measure that so we can actually see if we're vectoring in the right direction. We're not setting a goal to try to force behavior through metrics. Instead, we're actually seeing what behavior is emerging and measuring that to see if we're vectoring and moving, so that we can make changes if we're not moving, right? So we can actually figure out, where are we organizationally.